So I've had these on now. I set a little timer. I've had these on now for an hour and 18 minutes, which is actually probably longer than I normally would do. You've probably seen these silicone patches. They come in the neck, they come in chest for the face, and you probably have wondered if they are a gimmick. I have shared these exact same brand for years and years because they are not a gimmick. Today I want to share with you the way that I use them and how they can be really, really helpful for necklace lines, for tech neck, for the lines that we get on our chest, especially from side sleeping, which I am either a face smusher or I am a side sleeper. Let me know how you sleep. Let me know if you are one of those unicorns that's able to sleep on your back, because I try. I have been trying for years and I often can start out on my back, but I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm either like face planted down or I'm on my side or whatever. Anyway, all of that kind of sleeping can contribute to some etched in lines, especially like on our chest. And then using devices and looking at a computer and stuff like that can contribute to tech neck and to necklace lines. Now, silicone patches definitely look like they're going to be a gimmick, but they actually have a lot of science behind them as to why they can really, really help with the appearance of our neck and our chest and areas on our face. So let's talk a little bit about the science. I'm not going to get too heavy into this, but what they're actually doing is providing an occlusive layer. Now, if you think about when people have surgery and they have scars, one of the top recommendations is to get silicone scar sheets. The reason for that is that the silicone provides an occlusive layer, like an additional layer of skin that allows the skin to breathe, but it traps the water that is trying to escape. Now, what that does is that water is trying to escape from the skin. It meets the silicone patch right at the outer layer of your skin and gets trapped there. So what happens is that outer layer of skin gets plumped up with your own hydration. The water that is literally trying to escape your skin gets trapped between the silicone patch and your skin, and it just hydrates the heck out of that outer layer of skin. This is going to provide the most dramatic hydration and plumping effect on your skin. And yes, it is temporary. You remove the patch and of course your skin is nicely hydrated. It looks plump and beautiful. But yeah, your skin is going to start to evaporate that water. But for at least that day, you have really, really hydrated that outer layer of skin and it's going to look beautiful. Now, on the physical side of things, they are physically holding your skin kind of flattened out. So yes, they are also physically helping to kind of smooth out, iron out wrinkles, lines, stuff like that. And they're also affecting the way that you move. So when I wear mine during the day, a lot of times I'll do it before I have some kind of an event. I'll do it before I'm going to film, stuff like that. I don't do this every day. Let's not, I don't do this every day. I pull them out usually when I'm like, I really want my neck to look really, really good. And I'm like, I'll do a silicone patch. And it works every single time to make my neck look better. Now, yes, physically kind of ironing out lines temporarily while it's trapping that moisture that's trying to escape. So you're getting kind of a 1-2 punch. But also when I'm wearing it during the day, especially if I'm working and stuff like that, it also helps me be really aware of not bending for creating additional tech neck lines. It's a physical reminder to have better posture, and it definitely works. It's all of these things happening at the same time. So you've got the water trapping, you have the kind of ironing out physically, and have the mental component of not kind of craning your neck and bending over and exasperating the issue. Now, another thing that goes really, really unsung is the fact that hydrating that outer layer of skin and hydrating your skin in general is going to help with your skin barrier. Now, that's going to help us with stuff going on underneath the surface, like collagen and elastin and all of the things that have to happen with a strong barrier. So when you can do anything to reinforce that barrier, which is hydration, then you're going to have better processes going on underneath the surface that are more long-term. So you're hydrating in the short term, you're making everything look better in the short term, but you are doing something for your skin that is going to help enhance it in the long term as well. Okay, so who would benefit benefit the most from these? I would say if you are noticing necklace lines that persist, that don't just kind of pop out and go away, or if you're noticing chest lines, especially you wake up in the morning, you see the chest lines, and before, when you were a little bit younger, they would eventually just kind of plump up on their own, but maybe they're starting to etch in and you're noticing them. That's a great time to get these chest pads on board so that you can keep that skin nice and kind of smoothed out and hydrated over time. These are the ones that I highly recommend trying to sleep in, and I do not find that they impede my sleep at all. Those are the people I think, like if you're over 40 and you're starting to really notice that stuff, those are the people I think these would be the best for. Okay, so the way that I use them, like I said, is typically with the neck one, I use that during the day. I will get it on for 30 minutes to maybe an hour and a half, just depends on the time that I have. And I take it off, all I do is I use a little bit of soap and water. In fact, in the package now, this is why I bought these again, because I really wanted to see exactly how they come, because it's been a while since I had to buy them because they last for so long. But it actually comes with a little bar of soap. It comes with a little test patch so that you can try it on and make sure that you have no kind of reaction, which most people don't, but still, especially if you have sensitive skin, not a bad idea to do a little test patch to see that you're not, sensitive to the material that you're going to have sitting up against your skin, especially if you're going to sleep in it and wouldn't be aware if some kind of reaction is happening. It's not a bad idea to do a test patch. So when you're done, you're just going to take them off. You can rinse them with a little bit of warm water, use the soap on them, let them dry completely, and then I just save the backing and I put them back on the backing. Like I save this forever. If you ever lose this, you just want to put them on something that isn't super sticky that they can peel back off, because they're reusable. You can use them over and over and over, especially the neck patches, which typically are not crazy reusable from other brands. Other brands that sell these, the silicone's great, but it's difficult to reuse them over and over because they start to peel and come off and they won't stay on. But because these come with this neck sling, then, I probably have 5 of these neck slings now. I never get rid of them. I save them. I have them in various, places where I keep my cosmetics. And it is the game-changing thing about these. The pads themselves are thick and cushy and wonderful. They're shaped perfectly to hit all the areas on your neck that you want, but this neck sling is everything. It's actually the thing that made me fall in love with BLUMBODY in general, was the neck sling. Now, as far as the face is concerned, they have these little minis that I bought that I've never bought before. They might even be new-ish to the brand because I don't remember them from before, but I bought them. You get 160 of them and they're shaped like this. So you get several of these sheets of them. Now these I'm going to test out on areas where you can get a little bit of etched in lines. Where I am noticing that, of course, is in the furrow area. Then like right here, I'm starting to notice little, fine lines in that area. And I'm going to test them out on those areas. Of course, you want to do this on basically clean skin. I am going to test them after I've used like an essence or something, maybe my platinum lotion from Forled. Let that completely dry down like for a while. And then I'm going to try these out. But I will say that in the past, what I've noticed with anywhere where you don't have like additional help to keep them on, you really need like clean skin. They aren't going to go over a bunch of skincare or anything like that, or they won't kind of stay put. So I'm definitely going to try these on a few of my areas that I'd like to see if I can smooth out the area. Part of the reason why I even thought of this video is because I am going to quit doing Botox in my forehead. I still want to do Botox in this this area. And I just want a little bit of lift there, and I want to work, keep my 11s at bay, but I'm not going to do at least for now, this is my decision for now, and I haven't done it for a while. I'm not going to do up here anymore. I'm going to have full motion up there and hopefully get just a little bit more lift here. And so you can't have it all. You can't have the lift and have a smooth forehead as you get older with Botox. So I really wanted to kind of ditch the Botox and just keep it in this lifted area. That is when I was like, hey, I should get some of those patches for my forehead and test it out, see how it works. And so that's the next thing that I'm going to do. So I've had these on now. I set a little timer. I've had these on now for an hour and 18 minutes, which is actually probably longer than I normally would do. But, you know, I usually get in maybe 30 or 45 minutes. And honestly, it's just been easy. I've been sitting here and been filming. I did some editing. I, you know, stopped and did a few things. Somebody came in, you know, stuff like that. So I had them on a little bit longer than normal. Now this one is brand new, so it's a little bit sticky, and it will get less sticky as I use it. And that's okay because I have the neck sling. So what I will do is I will go in and I will just wash this. I don't really, they provide soap, but I usually just use a face wash on it. I let it dry completely, and then I just put it back on this backing, and I will put it away for the next time that I want to use it. Same with the chest. It's a little bit sticky right now. Now this one, I think I'll probably just rinse with some warm water because it doesn't have a sling, and so I want to try and keep it as, you know, a stick as long as possible. But, and you might be a tiny, tiny bit pink, like I get pink from applying things and taking it off. That will definitely just dissipate and go away. And that is just, you know, if you're somebody who gets a little bit pink when you put on your blush kind of thing, like your skin gets a little bit pink, you probably will with this, but that all just kind of, you know, goes away within a couple minutes or whatever. But it's definitely like the whole area is smoothed out, and I just love them. Let me know down below if you use silicone patches. Do you use frownies? Do you use the silicone like medical tape? Do you use kinesiology tape? You know, there's all kinds of things that are out there. There's also, of course, silicone patches for scars. That has tons and tons and tons of science behind it. Way more than just these for, you know, like these are that are a little bit more like cosmetic use. If you have any kind of scars, definitely want to get some silicone patches for scars on board. The hydration alone helps the scar to heal well, but there's also a bunch of other evidence about the ability for your barrier function, your extracellular matrix, and all of that stuff functioning properly. So the collagen fibers lay properly, so the scar heals better. All of that stuff is the kind of medical scar side of the cosmetic silicone patches. So it all definitely has lots and lots of evidence behind it, and really just speaks to the value of hydration in our skin and skin barrier support. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want to hear from you down below if you use these kind of things, how you find them, if you have any tips and tricks on how to use them to get the best out of them. I'd love to hear down below. I hope you're having the most amazing day, and I'll talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.